Hello and welcome to the MVC Hoop Shootaround, presented by Purina Dog Chow. Help keep him strong, Dog Chow strong. Coming to you from the Doubletree by Hilton in Springfield, Missouri, the official hotel of the Missouri Valley Conference when we are on the road. My name is Derek Dockett, Assistant Commissioner of New Media Technology. Once again joined by our MVC Hoops analyst, Adam Immenecker. How are things going, Adam?
Things are going fantastic. Yourself, Derek?
I'm doing wonderful. We're just about to the mid-season point of the conference regular season. And of course, we look at the standings right now. When we get to that midpoint, we always look back at the beginning of the year and see what's happened. But of course, the Shockers 21-0.
Yep.
The Sycamores and the Shockers have definitely separated themselves at the top of the standings. But when you look at those standings, what pops out to you as what's been noteworthy as of late?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you're going to look at Wichita State and be impressed with what they've done at 8-0 so far early on. And, you know, I got the first opportunity to see them live in person last night, and they're so impressive. So playing against Drake in the Knapp Center, Ron Baker was absolutely fantastic. Drake kept giving him punches, but this Wichita State team is so solid. Every time Drake threw a punch, Ron Baker would come back and make a big play, and I'll tell you, the preseason player of the year for the conference, Clee Anthony Early, was the one that really gave him that separation. So took the 10-point lead and made it 15. And it's so important to have a guy like that in those games to be able to help extend leads to make your team a little more comfortable. They're long, they're fast, they're so solid. And I think what they do better than anyone else I've seen is they take advantage of their opponent's mistakes. It's imperative to almost play a peril-free basketball game against the Wichita State Shockers because they're so good at transitioning defense into offense and miss shots on the offensive end into second chance opportunities. And then when you look at the standings, the other thing is Indiana State. They've been really, really solid this year. At 7-1, their only loss to the Shockers of Wichita State. And they've been doing everything they need to do, matriculating their way through the league and playing well. Really impressive to see them so far. But, you know, I think one thing we have to remember, last year we had two teams at the same time do the same thing. Wichita State and Creighton were the clear class of the league. But I think it was February 5th, Wichita State lost at 10th place Southern Illinois. And also Creighton went through a stretch in February where they lost 3 straight. So it's hard to sustain that level, that high level of intensity the second time through the league. But it's been impressive what both Wichita and Indiana State have done to this point.
Yeah, and then when you look a little deeper into the standings, Illinois State's really done some things on their behalf that's sort of surprising folks considering the way they started. They've really come on as of late.
Yeah, how about a team that starts 1-4 at the beginning of the year, and now they're sitting at 4-4 of the league? But honestly, I think that 4-4 record in conference is a little bit deceiving because of the teams they've lost to. They lost to Missouri State. They lost to Wichita State twice. So 2 of those 4 losses to Wichita State, which is going to be a loss on a lot of people's schedules going forward. And they lost at Indiana State. So when you take those 3 losses into consideration, they've pretty much done everything you would expect them to do. And that 2-3 zone of Coach Dan Muller really starting to cause a lot of havoc in the league. They're playing well. They transition from defense to offense as well as anybody too, and they're just gaining more and more confidence as the year builds.
Absolutely, it's definitely going to be an interesting race as we get into the second half of the season. We'll see what happens. It's hard not to look forward to Arch Madness coming March 6th through 9th at Scott Trade Center. Folks, tickets still available, obviously. Check out archmadness.com for all of the details. Well, it'll be a fun conference tournament, as it always is. Adam, appreciate your time. Thanks again.
Yeah. Thanks, Derek. Have a great one.
All right, this has been the MVC Hoop Shootaround, brought to you by Purina Dog Chow. Remember, folks, help keep him strong, Dog Chow strong.